Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Championship Sunday, live here from Kiev Cyber Sports Arena. It's Starladder Season 9, the biggest Dota 2 tournament in the West, outside of the International, and today we crown a new Starladder champion. It won't be Na'Vi, it won't be Alliance, it will be a new team. DK waits in the grand finals. They'll have a one-game advantage, and only 3 other teams still have a shot. Empire, IG, they'll play in your loser bracket small finals in a best of 3. That will be our first match for the day. The winner of that moves on to play Evil Geniuses, who got dismantled by DK yesterday night. And then
they fixed the bracket. Yesterday they had EG up where Empire IG was, but
there you go.
Only 4 teams remaining.
Yeah, only 4 teams remaining. And then the winner of that match plays DK, who looks unstoppable, has yet to drop a game. I think Alliance came closest to beating them in that early group stage match, but even then it wasn't that close. So, well, of course, with that being said, I'm LD Beyond the Summit. The man you just heard speaking is Merlini. Ben, Empire versus IG. How do you feel about the matchup?
I think IG will win this fairly handedly.
It is a best of 3, so the teams will have a small chance to kind of feel each other out, see the way they're drafting, look to react to it.
Odds are 50-50, actually. I think that IG has a decent edge, though. I would say 60-40 probably for IG. They have done pretty well in most of their West. Which 2 matches did they lose? IG. In the group stage. They lost versus EG as well as Na'Vi, but they beat rox.kis 2 times. The first one was just...
And then they won the tiebreaker against Na'Vi as well.
Right. So they've only lost 1 time versus CIS, which is Na'Vi, and they crushed rox.kis really badly. That was the most one-sided game in this tournament so far. 21-3, I believe, was the final score, and they beat them again, and I think that they probably have Empire's number 2, although Empire, I think, is definitely a better team than rox.kis. IG just crushed Na'Vi too, so we'll see.
Yeah, Empire also looked quite shaky on the first few days, but yesterday, when push came to shove, they delivered. Won 2 BO1s. They started all the way in the worst possible position in the losers bracket, and then won 2 BO1s to get here. So they took down rox.kis, and then we saw them take down Na'Vi as well. And well, here they are. Or not Na'Vi, sorry, but yeah, they won the 2 BO1s. And now, let's see what Empire can do. It's a best of 3, Empire on the Radiant side, IG on the Dire. First overall pick goes to Empire. In terms of the bans, they all look pretty standard.
First overall pick's Empire.
Yeah, first overall pick, Dazzle.
That's pretty Empire-esque. Invictus Gaming banning out Batrider, I think that's what you have to do versus Empire. I think both of these teams have to ban Bat if you're second pick. They're just you can't give it away, or not that it's an auto loss. It's just the game becomes infinitely harder from there, and it's just not worth leaving him in the pool.
And well, I like how they secure bank scores hero early. In his interview with Cheever yesterday, he said, "I am Dazzle," so, which was actually quite
Maybe they have a Naga truce though. That's the one odd hero out that I see both of these teams kind of ignoring. Alliance did first pick it versus Empire.
Neither team is huge on running the hero.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can't just like kind of ignore it. It's like, well, it's like the elephant in the room. It's like, I know it's in the pool, and I don't want you guys to take it, and we don't really want to take it, but we don't want to waste our bans on it. It's awkward.
Yeah, Empire has secured their safe lane farmer in the Luna, and running Luna and Naga is pretty greedy.
IG could definitely do it with a Mirana support if they wanted to, especially with
or even with a safe lane Mirana and Naga mid, so that's an option as well.
That is definitely an option. And Empire lost in this pretty exact lineup that they had, Dazzle and Luna. Luna was a carry of choice. BZZ had that Midas Mask of Madness or just Mask of Madness Luna, and it did not even come close to carrying versus Loda's Naga. So I'm very surprised that they haven't banned it out, because they lost in very convincing fashion against just this one particular hero.
Yeah, let's see if Silent can do a better job of just out-carrying the Naga. It is tough. If that's what comes out for IG, again, not a hero I'm sure they're going to go for. We often see them pick up things like 430 Storm Spirit, and to be honest, I haven't seen his Naga much, so I don't know how good it is, but I wouldn't be surprised if IG... Oh, it was Luo who played it, actually, when they ran it the one game in this tournament.
They played it twice, I think.
Twice?
Ferrari played it once, and Lua was the Viper.
Okay.
Right. So that was that game where
there was the other game where Lua went mid.
There was there was also the other game where Lua went mid.
Yeah, you're right. There was 2 games.
And Ferrari was Storm.
So they have shown a decent amount of Naga.
There's 0 and 2 with it though, so they don't really want to pick it. And I guess Empire's not going to pick it. It'll probably just get ignored throughout the whole phase. But Invictus, they can still sneak it in. Shadow Demon, not terribly sure if this is a deny pick. I think Empire does run it sometimes with Luna.
They do. They run it for Always Want to Fly, and then they just have these 2 ultra defensive supports that also help buff up the Luna and the pushes. We've seen the disruption illusions are very powerful for breaking base if you use them properly.
Shadow Demon is very underrated, but you have to draft him in the right lineup. And IG, even if it was a deny pick, it works very well with their lineup, setting up for Mirana's Arrow, setting up with Centaur, War Runner. If you catch a Soul Catcher with the Hoofs on Double Edge, that's like a good 1,200 plus damage. That is just so much. You can't really do that much with Disruption Illusions beating on you, Demonic Purge to follow after, and Poison. That is almost guaranteed death. Invoker will be banned out, so they won't have that nice combo.
10 seconds.
Empire are going to secure a Sand King here, so they get some good team fight, some good lockdown, and crowd control. Their supports do need their farm, so this does not look like a very aggressive laning stage out of them. As for IG, more potential to be aggressive, though they don't have to do it from level 1.
Sand King is a very important pick for them. Always Want to Fly had a very high impact Sand King. He got a super early Blink Dagger and just kind of stifled out Na'Vi in yesterday's game. So they had very large amounts of success with it, and that's well geared towards Empire's overall playstyle too, which is high aggression in the 10 to 25 minute phase and letting Silent just AFK farm on Luna and get huge, and then his farm will kick in and they'll push S5.
Well, it's that dire TA.
Uh-oh,
we
the
see
Ferrari
it again.
TA.
The Pianist at it again. Legendary 430 TA. The most epic Dota play I've ever witnessed was with the ult TA when the side blades had a slightly larger splash. He killed a Broodmother without vision, hit her 3 times while she was moving through webs, purely with splash, and got the kill. This was way back in 2012, but the man plays the mean TA. As for Empire, they secure Mag's Hero now. They'll pick up a Darkseer, and they also get something that can deal with TA mid pretty effectively. You've got your Ion Shell to just tick down the refraction, Darkseer hero that's...
They have so much to deal with TA, actually. They have Sandstorm, you can't underrate it. It did get buffed, so it does 2 instances of damage per second instead of 1. They have Ion Shell, they have Dazzle with Poison Touch, even Healing Wave does a fair amount, like Glaive's just bouncing off of her, so Refraction is not going to save her. I think she's probably going to need a BKB first or second item this game, unless they just kind of roll them.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. BKB is probably a high priority item for him.
IG ban out Puck, that's unusual. That's a bad matchup for Puck.
But it does synergize well with Empire's draft. They need a tempo controller mid, they need some lockdown, and
it is a good resolution hero.
And it's a resolution hero.
What other resolution heroes are there?
There's Storm.
Yes,
there's not a great matchup for TA either. Who else is there?
There's, let's see, Mirana's banned out. Well, let's talk about the resolution heroes, not looking at the draft. He plays Shadow Fiend, which we haven't seen any of. We've seen Invoker, but Invoker's banned out. We've seen Ember.
He's played some Dragonite, but that's also banned out.
Oh yeah, Dragonite's banned out. So I don't really know. This was one of the problems with one of the games in the group stage where Resolution didn't pick they didn't pick a resolution for a hero for Resolution
until the end. And he got a Mirana and couldn't do that much.
Yes, so I think it's actually a fairly similar situation.
Yeah, well, I'm actually going to bring up the heroes.
Hopefully they can learn from their mistake in that game, which I really do think that was like 60-70% of the reason why they lost, was just not picking a good hero for Resolution.
In terms of what's left, there's...
I actually think they could go something like a Shadow Shaman mid, if Resolution's up for it, and then just push really, really hard with the Luda. Invictus Gaming's defensive capabilities when it comes to defending towers is going to be very, very weak. It's a solid option so they can try and threaten Roshan very early so that IG can't sneak it in, and it plays well into their overall strategy of taking a lot of towers down early and forcing a lot of fights, and it's also going to be last pick, so IG won't see it coming.
All right, well, looks like a support Mirana now. So
support Mirana's decent.
Something that actually Ice said he thought was a bit underrated and teams should be doing more.
It totally is.
So,
like what skills of his synergize well with items. Pretty much nothing. Leap is like okay, you get 30% attack speed, which is just treads.
The hero's mostly a very strong ganker and nuker.
Yes.
Is what she excels at.
Doom is
5 seconds
a
remaining.
little unusual, I say. It's very good versus Darkseer, though. It's just so damn good. We did see this in IG versus EG, where Eternal Envy played Doom and just completely shut down YIF's Darkseer the whole entire game. So IG kind of taking a page from a couple of the team's books. The early Centaur pick that DK likes to run, the Doom pick that EG run.
And they're gonna. The one thing I was gonna say is maybe they run Darkseer
Okay,
mid.
that's fair enough.
Yep. Now they go Clockwork.
I seriously do not remember the last time I saw a Darkseer mid though. That has to be like a good 8 months ago, 9 months ago.
Yeah, it's actually pretty strong though, because you can push out the lane with Ion Shell. It's hard for TA to lane against, and you can go farm your jungle, stack for the Sand King, or for yourself.
It's really good. It's underrated. It's much better on Radiant than Dire though.
Yeah. Well, in Dire, sometimes you can go to their small camp, but it's still more difficult.
Yeah.
Or medium.
If you get golems, it's well, good luck resolution.
Yeah.
Hope you don't get some golems.
Good luck indeed. And on the side of IG, Luo going to be playing the Doombringer. So Luo had his first high-impact game of the tournament yesterday, and it came at a very timely moment when they desperately needed
was
it.
amazing.
He was beyond godlike, actually, when the game ended. So
he had so much farm. He was there at all the fights when they needed him.
Yeah.
He hit arrows, which is not the most difficult part about the hero, but it's still important. And it was just unusual to see him have that high of impact because some people critique him or criticize him as one of the weaker links in IG.
Well, and
I think he's a very important hero.
And others like Gods think he's the most important player. I would argue that's 430, but with Luo's performance yesterday,
I think Ferrari is the most important player. But
actually, I do want to mention this because I think it is interesting. His former teammate Joe was interviewed by On Gamers, and he said, the lad's going nuts right now with the introduction, but Joe said that he thinks the team right now is entirely about 430. If you shut him down, IG lose. If you don't shut him down, they win. So that was him as a former teammate looking at their current performance, his perspective. Let's see if Empire take that approach to this game. But with that being said, it's time now, guys. Empire versus IG. Game 1 of a best of 3, East versus West. The last CIS hope on the Radiant side. And they're cheering for him now as they've been introduced on the Russian stream. You've got Always Wanna Fly playing the support Sand King. Bank score on his signature Dazzle that puts Silent onto the safe lane. Luna, pretty much his go-to hero. Resolution in a bit of a change-up, though I believe I have seen this from Empire once before on the Darkseer mid. And Mag, who was pretty good the last time we saw him on Clockwork earlier in this tournament, will be reprising his role there. And then on the Dire side, a team that got knocked down by DK early on, but now they're trying to bounce back. You have Chuan playing the Mirana, Faith on the Shadow Demon, YYF the safe lane Centaur, 430 on the Templar Assassin, and Luo as the off-lane Doom. So IG, a team that is known for mixing up their lanes quite a bit, and Luo, somewhat similar to Lamb was for Rattlesnake, or how he was for Rattlesnake, where he can just be very flexible in his laning, but yeah, we'll see him on the off-lane Doom this time.
Gets this ward down. He does have a sentry in it. I think this is going to be pretty crucial if they want to zone out Mag, but they can probably judge by his movement whether or not he does have a ward there. It's a golem spawn. That's really unfortunate for Resolution.
Yeah, he can still stack it and look to get some non-golem crits.
It's really it's pretty difficult to stack that camp just going straight up into mid.
True.
And it's still going to hamper him a lot. Ideally, I think you want Satyrs early.
Oh, they're looking for Mag here, but not able to get in range for a disruption. So, looking at our other heroes, Chuan is doing a bit of stack. Oh, no, he didn't get the Hill Troll Priest, so no stacking for Chuan either.
He should know. You just don't attack the creep. You just
walk in range and
they don't heal. But
a little sloppy from Chuan.
Well, Resolution actually not doing terribly well in mid. Well, 5-1 for him compared to 3-1 for TA. You can shut down TA pretty hard. Maybe he needs level 3 until he makes that happen, though. He does have his full tangos. And has Luo eaten a creep yet? No.
This Dire offlane Doom is not really that strong. Oh, what? They're going nuts on the Russian streamer. Oh, there.
It was an arrow by Chuan.
My bad. Sorry about that, folks. We got it out of the way quickly, but there is a first blood mid.
That's really huge for IG because I'm not actually sure if Resolution can win the lane from here because he can't get ahead because of the neutrals, because of that rock golem spawn, mud golem, whatever you want to call it. And now Ferrari's one full level ahead.
Yeah, you give him the first blood, and he'll have boots on the courier coming out right now, and 430 can actually run away from the iron shells quite a bit easier, and just he'll get his treads up, his phase boots up more quickly. One thing Resolution will have going for him in this matchup, even with the death, is rune control, though. He can use Surge to control the runes, he can push the wave with Ion Shell, and he can still somewhat keep 430 bottled up, at least prevent him from ganking, since he won't have access to runes. So that's something, but IG will be content to farm there.
Well, it looks like Luo had made this really long trek to get the Satyr in his own hard camp. He did end up stacking it, and he is level 3 now, so not doing too terribly in terms of levels. Mag and Faith just having a standoff. He has managed to deward that, so now Mag's not really going to get anything as his offlane Clockwork. He's level 2.5, and he can very easily die to YYF and Faith. YYF has skilled up level 2 in Double Edge, and he does have that 1-point Soul Catcher. I don't think Mag can live from that. 644 HP, it'll be really close. But they'll be right on top of him, so Cog won't even matter.
Yep, so the mid lane is just going to be good farm for 430 to this point. I think the one weakness in IG's laning, though, is running the off-lane Doom. I mean, he's gotten up to level 3 now, but it's just not as strong as the Radiant side, where you can at least force them to ward block their own camp, but he is getting a good stack up here. And actually has Tornado, and he's got the mana with the branch to use it, so, well, maybe scratch that. He's going to be quite farmed.
Yeah,
good creep to get. And
better than Mag is doing. Which
yeah,
is
I guess that's the main thing.
Yeah, neither offlaner is able to shut down any sort of farm.
And Mag's not putting pressure on the safe lane for YYF.
I'm surprised they didn't do Centaur offlane and Doom safe lane Dire. I think Doom is really good on safe lane Dire because you have access to that large creep spawn, but maybe they don't want to do it because they don't really have kill potential. And
Arrow
they can't really
fly
zone out
from
Mag.
Chuan. Ooh, that was close. And this is where being dewarded really hurts you, because Moran actually
he's pushing out the lane. I think they want
to
play aggressively. YYF just uses mana to stomp this wave.
Well, Arrow is down, so maybe they just want to push the tower. They can go for a new Disruption soon, and now the Arrow's back up. A Disruption here, and Mag's dead.
I think they need to force a rotation, though.
They have an early TP in Bank Score, though. He might be able to TP in if they dive this. Even with an Arrow, can pop the Grave, can pop the heal. Let's see if Empire are prepared for a dive.
Mag should have definitely let his team know that something is going on here. They're pushing exactly with the timing of the siege creep.
It's a pretty good timing. They're not really the strongest pushing lane. They're okay at killing the waves. Not that good at bustling down the towers by any stretch of the imagination, though.
But it's important that they get damage on the tower with the siege creep, though. They can't just let it die in futility.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let your life be in vain, siege creep. No, siege creep.
Rip.
Well, there goes that push.
Yeah, push is pretty much over. There's just no tower damage here. And yeah, I'm a little surprised they didn't commit to it more, since they did rotate 3 heroes in. Maybe just expecting to catch Mag out with a Disruption, but
I think they can just take creeps behind the tower, though.
They do have a smoke here as well. And
I don't think they played aggressively enough on Mag.
They could also go for a smoke gank and just try and backstab him behind tower, or even go on mid and kill Resolution. Because they got the D-ward off, so Empire aren't really going to know when they smoke.
Luo casting his Tornado. I don't actually know if he's in range for experience, though, at the tower. I don't think he's going to get anything. I think he should just cast it from here or something, get a little bit closer, but he's missing out on a ton of experience and will cancel it.
He does hit level 4 and did largely kill off the stack he had earlier, so has gotten some decent levels overall to the offlane compared to the Clockwork.
I'm surprised he went Tranquils, too.
Though.
Tranquil's pretty unusual, I'd say, for offlane Doom. Usually it's
Arcanes and sometimes
Phase or Arcane, yeah. I think he's probably going to be their mech bear, too. So you can't really go mech with Tranquil. You don't have the mana pool for it.
Yeah, who else would get it? I mean, Marana.
Or, I mean, they'll probably just forego the mech. Maybe Centaur can get it after Blink Dagger, but that's going to be a very long time. Well, actually not too long, because YYF is at 1250 gold. We're looking at a pretty early Blink.
So both teams are basically getting free farm on their cores, and I guess the big question is,
who
do you favor out of this laning stage?
I'd probably say IG, because TA is winning her lane mid. And I think they have a better mid-game lineup. I think they can deal with the Luna very easily. Like, a Blink Centaur is much bigger of a threat than a HOD Luna. Yeah, HOD Luna is a big threat, like, later on in the game, but at, like, 15 minutes, when YYF's going to be going around instant killing people with Hoof Stomp and Double Edge and Stampede, Luna's still not going to be farmed enough to have that great of a game impact, and they're going to have to fight 4v5 for a while. And Sand King doesn't have Blink either. Always Want to Fly traditionally stacks a lot. He is only level 2. He only has 150 gold, so his earliest his Blink Dagger is is going to come out is going to be like, I don't know, 13, 14 minutes if they start stacking now. But what camps have they stacked also for Darkseer? There's actually this large camp, but I don't know who that's going to go to.
And Chuan has just scouted it out now with this Observer Ward, so they're going to see this and maybe be able to contest it. They are going to surge in on him, but he'll just leap over the cliff, and Chuan secures first blood. Other nice thing for support Mirana is she can be more aggressive with going for wards because she can actually get out of trouble. So that's, I think, an underrated aspect of running this hero as a support.
Always one fly, getting good farm here. So that's really important for them. They have a very good lineup for taking out stacks.
No, arrow.
Oh, well, Chuan will get a lot of experience.
Hit the creep. Yeah, but only all the experience, and they can't kill him. He can just sit here and do this. And in fact, Luo's coming in with his own tornado. He wants to jack these big creeps. Will get in range in time. Who's getting the last hits here? Always Want to Fly gets one. Chuan gets one. And he might get another. No, it goes to the Mirana even, I believe.
Nice trap there. And they have a ward here, too, to block the camp. So IG kind of aware of Empire's game plan. There is nothing at the Ancient Sack, though. But
there's your blink dagger. 8-minute blink. Wow.
That's scary. Well, good luck, Mag.
Empire have to be... They're just forced into such a defensive position right now.
He's TP. They want to get a kill on
that early ward from Chuan sets it up. Buddy. Chuan now 2 for 2. It looks like is their stomp. Nope. Maybe not good enough.
YF's over there, though. He can't sit there forever.
Scorched Earth is going to take him down. He's got to go soon. There's a Centaur ult. They'll run on through. The Sand King will burrow straight out. YYF catches him mid-blink with the burrow, but it won't matter. They still get the kill.
These supports are going to be really poor in Empire. This is a little bit troublesome.
I love the way IG is just shutting down the Sand King jungle, because we've seen so many teams just give away free blinks, no pressure. Now they go on silent. There's a blink stomp initiation. They follow up with the double edge. They zone him back to the right with a nicely timed arrow, but turnarounds here. Eclipse is at the ready. Don't want to use it against Refraction, though.
I like this rotation from IG, though. Now that their important heroes have farm, they immediately switch it out, give their farm to the heroes that really need it, like Doom in middle. Faith probably needs level 6. He's only a half of a level away, and they're having TA and Centaur create space around the map, put pressure on the important heroes of Empire. And Mag is finally level 6, so he can start joining these fights, but he needs to defend this push on top.
Well, Always Want to Fly. That was a 2 for the price of 1 there. Drops the Sentry Ward, does manage to de-ward the IG Ward that was giving them vision right about here, and also kills off a trap. So pretty nicely done. They know the importance of getting the Sand King a fast blink. Having access to the jungle is a big part of that, but I don't think IG are going to let him go back to it. If they see this SK missing for too long, they'll just head into the jungle and look to contest him there.
Looks like Luna is going HOD too, so no BKB out from there. That means that they're going to have to really rely on Mag, Dazzle, and Always Want to Fly.
Always Want to Fly. He does burrow through. He catches out to what a hook shot from Mag! Unloads it, turns it around. They'll lose 1, they'll lose 2. Empire with the big plays.
Huge play from Mag right there.
That looked so bad for Always Want to Fly. They blink stomped him, they double edge, and then Mag just comes flying in.
I think he was a little hesitant about using Stampede. I think if he uses Stampede right there, then they will at least get 1 kill from there. I'm not exactly sure if it was up, but now a lot of the aggression from IG has been halted.
I believe it was up, because they have not, at least we have not heard the Centaur ultimate recently.
He used it on the Sand King on bottom when he was invis, but I don't know how long ago that was.
The SK got off the burrow strike, and that also was what set up the hook shot. So maybe if they kill him before he can burrow, then...
They also need dust and sentries.
Then they don't
only
get
sentries
caught.
on Mirana.
Mid lane, they've gone in and looking for Resolution, who's doing a lot of damage. Backs Faith back, but can't quite get the kill.
One missed that arrow. That wasn't the easiest arrow. He had to leap forward, but Resolution was already pre-surging. That was an easy dodge for him. And
Resolution, despite that early death, is pretty close to a mech here. He's got the buckler recipe up, the headdress. Still needs the chainmail on the main recipe, but considering the start, he's done an okay job of catching up.
Luo's actually pretty farmed too. Gold lead still slightly in favor of IG. He does have a Midas.
Very unusual to see someone go Tranquils and then go back for a Midas. Normally, if you're going to go farming, you again get the Arcanes or even more often the Phase. So that is a pretty unorthodox build from him.
He's level 8 too. He's actually really high level for being in the offlane.
IG just seems so focused on gaining an economic upper hand. They now are going to ward off the enemy Ancients. They know that Silent loves to play greedy, and in fact he has gone Dominator. So it feels to me like IG have done their homework about how Empire like to play what their supports look to do, and even the itemization of the carry, this is a well-prepared IG team in Game 1.
Always want to fly also not going for the straight blink rush like he usually does. He does have a bottle, but this is going to delay his blink dagger for quite some time. He only has 200 gold at this point.
Given the start, I suppose it's maybe necessary to just get something that'll help you now.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Unable to stack it again, too. That troll summon.
Well, nonetheless, he's still getting some creeps out, I guess.
It's important for the other heroes on Empire to be farmed too, and not just Luna, because of the threat of the Doombringer.
Empire, 2 heroes smoked up. They are moving towards bottom. Bank scores here. This is the Centaur. But IG are rotating towards the mid lane. No, now they're going to smoke. And this... Oh, did they get spotted by this Radiant Ward? Where did they smoke? No, I think they were already smoked. Always want to fly. Blink stops there. The arrow's going to follow up. Nails it again. Chuan has been on the ball with these arrows.
Well, there is no glyph for IG. They are not in a position to defend right now, so their best hope is to trade, but they still have the glyph up on Empire, so I don't even think this will be a 1-for-1. Maybe if Luo can put pressure on top, but this top tower is at half HP too, so I think actually Empire gets a better end of that deal.
Yeah, the tier 1 will fall, and Silent does have the early Helm of the Dominator, but has not been able to get any stacks off yet, and won't be able to for at least another 2-3 minutes, since they'll have to see it doesn't stack, then deward it.
Wow, Ferrari's not actually going for Blink. I think he's going to get kited very, very hard if he doesn't. He has to deal with Vacuum, he has to deal with Clockwork Hookshot, he has to deal with Cogs,
I think he might still go for it, just not before BKB, it looks like.
I think Blink BKB might be a little bit better, just so they can burst people down so fast with Blink Centaur. They need to kill people in the hoof stomp, and especially if they get a hero like Dazzle, they need to kill them quick so that he can't react quickly with the shallow grave. And BKB's nice and all, but
Blink also lets you split push more aggressively, and with no Sand King Blink Dagger, there's not that much initiation, just a hook shot really.
He is pretty rich though. He does have 1,600 gold in the bank after buying that Ogre Club, and now we just see Empire 5-man mid, but they have
they don't have their mech. Oh no, it's coming.
They have a trap there. I don't know if IG can take this. This is without Doombringer pretty much participating in any fights. He does have Doom, and they can just like pretty much hoof stomp, Blink hoof stomp one, Doom another one, and then they're all forced to turn tail and run.
430, lurking a bit back up the ramp, but there's your mech. So level 1 ultimate on the Luna. There is a point in the wall. Always want to fly, no blink. It's a bit risky for Empire to force this. They're forcing the fight, if they do, into Doom and Stampede and the Arrow, which is... Their team fight's good, but...
It's not that good.
I feel their just initiation is a little...
Yeah, I think this is a very premature push. And they don't have BKB on Luna. Luna went Trez and HOD, so she's not going to be able to fight for some time. I think as soon as Silent actually is spotted out here, they might actually go on mid with yeah, because they know it's a 4-on-5. Well, this Observer Ward is going to be dewarded, but Vanscourt has to be extremely careful that he doesn't put himself in danger dewarding it.
Yeah, there's a deward successfully done. By the way, they tried to deward the Ancients, and they missed, so... Pretty costly for Empire. Early Helm of the Dominator has actually done very little for Silent. Does help you stay at full HP, but you really want those stats.
It's really hard to deward this ward, though. Very smart placement by IG. And they're kind of just wasting their time. Look at IG's positioning. Ferrari's just farming top, working on his BKB. Chuan's farming bottom, trying to catch up in levels, but they do have Glyph.
They have a mech on the Doom as well. Luo can come in here. Goes for the Doom of Resolution. He surged himself, but that gets immediately removed, and now there comes in a Burrow Strike, and rolls in the clips. Big AoE, but the mech keeps IG in fighting shape for the time being. I don't know if they're strong enough to actually go in now, though. Will they be able to? Resolution low. Poison, not enough to take him down. Always want to fly Burrow Strikes through, but in the end, nobody dies yet. They're still going to push. They'll take the tier 1, so Empire successfully pushed through.
That was close. Very nice cog by Clockwork there, and a couple people were almost going to die to Eclipse, but if Luo didn't have his mech there, I think that's a 2-for-0, maybe even 3-for-0 in favor of Empire, so crucial on that timing there. And they've taken down 2 important towers. This makes it a lot more difficult for IG to do Roshan now, and they also do have Clockwork to constantly be able to scout it out. Looks like he is going for early Force Staff.
Yep, that looks to be the case for Mag, and well, for IG, they have their mech up on Luo, but I feel like with the TA not having Blink, they can't really force that much. Centaur jumps in. If heroes are alone, they can get kills, but In a 5v5, you want a TA. I guess they need 430 to BKB and Blink, ideally, before they fight.
Yeah, I think so too. It's also, like, look at their game plan right now. It's not really trying to fight Empire because they kind of got thwarted with that one counter gank mid by Mag, and now they're forced to play a more economical game with Luo, with the Doom, and the Devourer. They're actually ahead in gold right now, even though they're down by 2 T1 towers, and Luna having HOD. That's just with really nice ancient blockage and whatnot, and Empire 5-manning a little bit. But if they want to play a more economical game, that's the time to get greedy. And they're not going terribly greedy builds. It looks like it is going to be a lot of BKBs, so Centaur is gearing up for one too.
Well, there's a smoke here, and in comes Always Want to Fly, looking for Luo. He's going to find him too. Burrows through immediately, unloads the epicenter. Luo pops the mech, but to no avail. Empire secure a kill, and this is on a crucial hero in the Doom.
They might get a kill on Silent down here, though, if he's out of position.
Has to be careful in the bottom lane.
Wow, he has a Yasha. Look at his CS, 137.
Silent has been maybe the most impressive farmer at this tournament in terms of just keeping his CS up at all times.
They don't actually have sentries placed yet on top lane. They have to be scared of the Moonlight Shadow. And they're pushing 4-on-5 without Silent. I don't know if this is the right idea. They barely won the fight last time.
Mag has hook shot. He was threatening to throw it, but now he wants to run. And YYS going to come in and force the issue. Arrow comes in. Mag unable to tank it. Will they commit to this fight? Empire going back in. They've got a vacuum. They're a bit low, actually, on mana on resolution. Both teams seem to want to take this. IG defending the tower. They'll bring in some additional support. The Doom Raider's coming. There's 5 heroes here for both teams. Very early 5v5 clash if they go in. No, Empire will back off. They force the TPs, and they're quite happy to stop there.
It's such a risky push. They were so close to taking...
They should just wait until they had the Sand King blink, I feel, before they force these. And he's not that far off.
Yeah. I think that would be a lot better for them, too. They don't really have a good way to stop the epicenter or to scout them out at all. They can't. They do have defensive disruption and mass BKBs.
And I guess Shadow Poison, maybe. But
yeah. If they pop their BKBs late, though, IG is done for.
And we've seen Sand King be surprisingly effective against BKB lineups in this tournament. I mean, you even go back to that EG Alliance game with the vacuum into Burrow Strike. Never got to use the BKB on the silencer. So it's great against magic and stuns, but not if you play your cards right and they never see it coming.
Yeah, the problem is Empire's always pushing into them. So as soon as IG initiate, they're going to be able to get BKBs. But if IG is forced into an offensive position at any time, or if they choose to go into an offensive position, then Sand King's Blink is going to be really good. He's really close too. Just needs 300 gold. We'll farm it up in bottom lane. They are gearing up for a gank on top, and I think what's really hurting IG is they haven't taken down any T1 towers. So they have very little map control. They can't really starve out anyone on the map. They will proceed with a smoke on YIF and Faith, looking for a gank. They ping out on Vanscore.
There's a blink up on the Darkseer here, and not too far off from his blink is the Sand King. Only about 200 gold, bank score. Gonna get caught out, double edges, it comes in, and instantly IG just annihilate him.
I'm surprised he didn't just use a trap. If he used a trap, I don't think they have to blow Stampede there.
Honestly, though, that's for me, that's okay for Empire, because they always want to fly, and their carry is the ones they don't want dying. And I think they can still even defend this tower mid.
There's a blink on resolution, though.
Yeah,
I would not underestimate that.
They have the double blink very soon. Very, very soon.
Now they'll scout it out on resolution.
So this is going to give them hook shot and double blink. And all of a sudden, Empire's initiation becomes disgusting. Pretty freaking
I don't know. Mass
disgusting.
BKB, though, can turn around. If they don't coordinate the stuns properly, like if they have, what, vacuum into Burrow Strike epicenter, like he has to have the epicenter channel before they cast a vacuum, or else they're just going to BKB immediately after the Sand King stun and block most of the magic damage coming out.
Which is always a roll of the dice, because you don't know if they're going to back off at the last second or something like that, and then maybe you waste your epicenter or it doesn't hit many heroes.
Empire has to be really spot on with the coordination, and Roshin's still not really a point of contest for either of these teams, and IG still eking out a gold lead.
IG want to go for it, like you said. That's they just don't have the map control to do it. That's been the issue for them, is they haven't taken the tier 1 mid or the tier 1 bottom, and as a result, just can't safely go into Roche. Yeah, maybe once they get their BKB.
They also need to push the T1 out on the left side too, just so that they can get information if they're not defending at their T2. But this Ancient spawn is constantly warded too. Silent still maintaining impressive net worth despite that. 10,100 gold on him, a good 1,500 gold ahead of the TA and the Doombringer. But the net worth, I mean, this is pretty surprising though. 2 towers down still, IG coming out ahead. There's a smoke.
They do have Doom and Midas. So.
Oh, here's a smoke on the back of the double blink.
Yeah, double blink, mech, hook shot, force staff. and they're going to move towards the Luna's lane. So they bring in the Bash Bros here. They'll show just the... No, actually Dazzle is smoked as well. So they're, yeah,
why
they're all
is
going
Dazzle
bottom.
not with them? I don't really know why he's so far behind.
It looked like he wanted to stick around mid to maybe stop a push, and now IG might be walking into a trap here. Empire in a great position to initiate this one. They'll spot out the Centaur bottom, and they go right in with a Blink Burrow. Back into the vacuum. Defensive disruption from Faith. May buy him a bit of time. Wall's been dropped, and the Doom goes out on Resolution, but after he's used his full combination, now the Burrow strike. Empire just bulldozing IG. 430 forced to run. Will there be another Blink Burrow? No mana. So they get the 2 kills, and now Empire, maybe they take a tower as well.
That was just not a good Doom by Luo there. Darkseer had already dropped his business.
Yeah, he did his job. Great initiation from... I mean, that's just the power of having the Sand King Blink. Is
yeah, very good
Blink
smoke.
Burrow, you get a kill on a crucial target.
Yep.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, on the back of that, Empire will take a tier 2 bottom. They're the ones who are getting close to threatening Erosia now. That's their 3rd tower of the game, and it's a tier 2 at that.
And that's a BKB on Luna, too. Uh-oh.
This looks a little scary for IG.
Really strong right now.
Surge, watch yourself, Chuan. You better watch yourself. Blink back into the barrel once again. The combination delivers. What a play. These guys seem on the ball with that double blink.
Yeah, Resolution's been playing very well in the Darkseer.
And this is where Resolution is quite a versatile mid. I mean, in general, this tournament, there are a lot of versatile mid players. I mean, you look at Mushi, Resolution. You've even got people who normally don't play mid that can go there. Loda's been doing it on the Naga, and yeah, it's been quite a performance. We'll see. Empire into the pit. 5 heroes grouped up, while IG try and hold the lines. I don't know if they can contest this. There is a Blink Dagger in 430 now. Maybe he goes for an Aegis Snipe, but 430's been damn quiet this game. 2-1, and
it's just not TA's game. I'm not exactly sure why they picked TA so early, but he hasn't been able to do anything. He has gone for Blink, but after the BKB, I think if he had gotten Blink earlier, he would have been able to do a lot more damage, but it's just so hard for him. People just kite him all the time. His refraction instantly gets taken down.
What about
Shallow
Midas?
Grave.
Should they have gone for a Midas?
They could have done that too, but I think they would have lost their towers a lot swifter had they, just because the 5-man from IG was really strong. But he can go like Midas, Blink, BKB, and probably have it at like 27, 28 minutes. It wouldn't have delayed him that much.
That's what you always see out of Arteezy and Sing Sing when they play the TA. And
it's a safer build.
It puts a lot of pressure on your opponents.
Yeah, if you don't get kills, you're gonna fall behind on TA. And she's less than net worth on Darkseer, and she needs a lot more items to be effective as Darkseer is this game.
IG just are terrified right now. The Doom's sitting back. They're all hiding on the high ground. And Empire are just waiting to pounce mid. The level 2 Eclipse is ready. The level 1 Epicenter is also ready, and they're going to find Luo. They'll blink in with the Burrow. The back follows it up. The wall gets dropped. There's a nice defensive disruption. Buy them a bit of time, and now the Centaur calls in, and there's a BKB here. They Doom silent and start pounding him down. Will he try for... No, nothing he can do. There's just not a whole lot to keep him alive. He'll fall. He'll pop, and now 430's in heavy pursuit. Is there a buyback on the Luna? No buyback. Bank score. Trying to run. Hook shot in from Mag. Pushes them back. What a hook shot. Keeps his teammates alive. Will Luo go down to the earn charge here? No, positive earn charge. So low, so low, so low. He will fall. Now another Blake. They're not done yet. Resolution jumps forward, looking for Faith. Body blocking him, backing him back. Resolution making the plays, finds another kill, and they might get another. There's a double stun from the Centaur. He manages to get off a stop. An arrow onto Mag, and Mag dropping low, will fall. Now Resolution's the one who has to run. The trap's here, 430, pursuing him out. There's a blink out. He can blink in a second, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. It's too late. Resolution will escape.
That was looking real good for Empire, but a little bit of an overextension there. Still, IG kind of just man-moding with BKBs and just focusing silent so hard. BKB doesn't really matter at this point. Grave can only keep him alive for so long. I think he should just kind of stand there and fight with Weave. They can do a lot of damage during IG's BKB, but only if Luna is attacking, only if they have a really good wall, and only if Weave has ticked for a couple of seconds. They can try and kite them with Cog, but that's pretty difficult to pull off.
That was a just amazing Cog by Mag, though. Hooks in, pushes like one hero back, blocks off another 3, and then force-staffs himself out to safety. Great counter initiation to limit the damage out of that fight. They did slightly overextend on the chase, though. Resolution got the 1 kill, could have backed and Then they tried to go for more with that next always want to fly Burrow Strike. So I think a little too aggressive from Empire. In the
Silent does have a Manta, so that makes Doom's job a little bit harder. But
triple BKB.
Yeah.
This is a bit scary. Empire, I think, can just farm more, though. If they have the Luna, they've got the great five-man lineup late game. I mean,
still,
sure, they have a one-core lineup.
Though. If they, that's the thing about it. If only Luna is huge, she just gets doomed and focused down by TA every time. And then what do they really have? They don't have anything during BKB. Maybe they can put out some initiation, but Luna will keep dying in these fights unless they get like amazing initiations with the Sand King and the Burrow Strike and the Vacuum.
If any lineup can get an amazing initiation, it's got to be a double blink and hook shot combo that does it. And they're looking for an amazing one right now, and they'll find Chuan. Support instantly down. The Mirana falls here. Well, a nice pickoff. Do they go Roche after this? Can they Roche right now?
It's so swift. Faith is in good position, and he can't even defensively disrupt in Chime because Chuan just flops. He is actually going for a Diffusal Blade.
Can purge off the Surge, which is pretty nice.
It's all right. I think maybe like a Drums would be more useful because it's still going to be quite some time until he gets it. And they need to like fight now. Diffusal will be probably better in the long run, though.
It does not purge Grave, though, correct?
It does not purge Grave. Only Surge. I think that's the only thing that you can purge off in this. They do have a gem on Dazzle, too, so annoying TA traps, no more.
Yeah, I guess it gives you the opportunity to transition into slightly more of a carry role as well.
Not as she keeps dying, though. She doesn't have enough HP, the HP buffer for even Faith to disrupt. Maybe if Chuan gets disrupted, they can turn the fight around, but if she just dies right then and there, there's no point in even going in.
The thing for me is IG have gone triple BKB, so you
Arrow coming out. We'll whiff. He shot on Always Want to Fly, but Always Want to Fly blinked out.
Okay. Yeah, there was nobody near the Mirana at that point of the fight, but yeah, IG's gone triple BKB, so I feel like their economy is just not that scary right now. Sure,
they have to though, because Empire's just going to
I agree, but I'm saying because they did, Empire doesn't have to be that worried about just not forcing the issue right now.
Yeah, I don't like the Blink Rush on TA, or the BKB Rush on TA. I think she could have gotten away with any of the other items that we talked about, a Midas or a...
Chuan caught out by a Burrow Strike once again, and the tower denied from the Dazzle. Nicely played. Empire showing some fantastic teamwork here. Chuan gonna get hit by a rocket. There's a hook shot in as well. They will make Chuan up. Mag snipes him. Can force step his way out if he needs to. And they're still in pursuit. They force step in. Always want to fly. Oh no! Burrow Strike gonna miss.
BKB is used though. I think this is probably the go-ahead for Empire to take out a Roshan because they don't really have that big of a threat if they can kite Doom. Because if Silent isn't doomed, they're going to win the team fight very handily, and there's no way he can just straight up walk in. Oh, actually, he has a Blink Dagger, so maybe he can.
What is going to happen if IG just pop all their BKBs and just jump into the pit? Can Empire win that fight?
I think so. With the wall, if they have a wall with like 3 illusions beating him down, they don't really have the AoE to deal with that.
Let's see if it comes to that. Mag's in pursuit. They'll find Lua once again. He's been caught out. Then the Cogs come in. As that's happening, Eclipse deployed by Silent. Chasing heroes out. Moonlight Shadow keeps most of them alive. And it's BKB City from Team IG. They focus on Silent. Try to bring him down. But Mag is there with a huge hook shot in. And they brought down 3. The arrow from Chuan will be too late. And we've got our answer. Still chasing? No, they'll back off.
That's really bad for IG. I think that might be a little bit too much for them to come back from at this point, because that's going to be an Aegis, and really I think a lot of it was Doom not having his BKB up. IG were forced into that position by Empire, and Empire really capitalizing on some really small things. First Chuan getting picked off, and then IG's forced to turn tail and run, and then they force out a BKB from Doom, and then after that they have a minute window to force them into a bad situation at Roshan, and they did exactly that. So Empire, they're given very small opportunities here and there, and they're taking it a mile.
Yeah, they're getting their money's worth out of these Blink Daggers, that's for damn sure. And Silent's been using his space to farm quite effectively. Was slowed down a bit with the creep camps being blocked repeatedly, but still he's on top of the net worth charts. He's ahead of a Midas Doom. Sure, started off lane, but you've got Devour and you've got a Midas giving you a lot of additional gold. So his farm has been impressive on the back of the space created by his team, and now he starts taking... Whoa!
Easy tower. I think that
Easiest
IG,
tower of
if
his
IG
life.
loses this game, I think they should just straight up first ban Dazzle. Empire has just been playing too damn well with it. It's been keeping Luna alive in almost all of these fights, and it's been making her damage like absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, that's
with
what
the weave on
that's
top.
what a lot of the Western teams do against Empire.
I think you have to. If they don't,
Alliance
it's just,
does it. Navi's done it in the past. If you don't ban it, you normally take it first against them.
Van Score's Dazzle is too ridiculous.
He's not true Vank score. He's true Dazzle.
They can't take a fight now, because if they doom Luna, they'll definitely lose the fight because of Aegis, and they didn't even kill her last time. So now they have to wait out the Aegis, get a couple more items out, and maybe just defend a T3 if Empire look to group up and push.
And their team fight just leveled up here. Resolution does pick up a Shiva's guard. This is a disgusting team fight that Empire have going for them right now.
And
there's a Veil.
That's scary.
They
can't do anything. Like, there's so much physical damage, too.
Can IG defend high ground? How many buybacks
I don't think so.
They have one buyback on the TA. This is going to be very difficult. Empire in a great position to close out game one and be one win away from the loser bracket finals. Arrow will come in. It's going to be tanked by Resolution, but he'll be okay. Now the disruption. And they'll continue the siege here. That Dazzle keeps everyone in fighting shape. Does deploy a heal. Meanwhile, Always Want to Fly has wormed his way into the trees, and they haven't seen him move up here in the chaos of what happened earlier. Channels the Epi. Look at it go. Look at the combination from Empire. Unbelievable. Flawless execution. That was some amazing teamwork. Absolutely fantastic play once again.
Darkseer's making a comeback, man. They are on fire this
They
game.
have the mind meld. It's like they're telepathically linked. He channels Epi right as he goes in. Resolution's already there with the vacuum. That is highlight reel worthy and then some. My goodness. Empire coming out, guns a-blazing.
And this is why you can't go mass
in game
BKB
one.
versus sinking. I mean, you have to, but at the same time, sinking can just take advantage of
Well, it's like we said, you can get them, but it doesn't mean you're safe.
it. Yes. And there's just too much damage coming out from Empire. They have all the physical damage from Weave, from Heal, from the Luna with the Wolf Aura, from just Luna straight up with items.
Blink in, they'll doom Resolution, but very quick to react. Is Always Want to Fly. BKBs get deployed. That is a 3-hero stop. Then they drop the double edge, but Silent standing strong and right-clicking away. He's been purged, so he can't do a whole lot for now. But they'll still kill off the doom. Always Want to Fly on the retreat out. Into the trees he goes. He'll TP out as well. Are they even going to get him? They won't bother. So far, they've lost nobody except for Darkseer. And then they'll finally get a second kill here on the Clockwork, but they're not getting the big kill. They're not getting the Luna. And now the BKBs have ended. And this is where Silent can go hard. He'll clean up 2 more. 4 heroes dead for IG. And it feels like they're just moments away from a GG.
TA kind of tickles Luna at this point. She has 25 armor without Weave. So with Dazzle there, there's like no way that they can kill Silent. So this is going to be mega creeps. IG should just FF at this point. It's a little bit too late for them to come back from. But Empire's really scary with, I think, Sand King and Luna and Dazzle in particular. Luna is kind of what Silent plays every game. They didn't make any effort to try and shut him down, well, aside from the Ancient stack, but they didn't actually kill him at all. And Sand King, they hindered him a little bit, but as soon as he got his blink and Resolution got his blink, IE just completely fell apart.
Yeah, and Empire do tend to play the same style, which is Silent always goes for a very greedy carry build. Resolution always plays a tempo controller mid, and Mag plays one in the off lane. Nice BKB. Silent, he's going to dodge the stop initiation, and then he'll bring down the mega creeps. This is looking better and better by the second for Empire. Just moments away from IG being down 0-1. And one of China's best hopes of this tournament might be getting knocked out at this rate. In comes the arrow. GG. IG, 1 loss away from elimination. And Empire, 1 win away from a trip to the loser bracket finals. They were dominant in this first game.
Very well played by IG. I think, or by Empire rather. I think a couple of things that IG needs to do for next game. Firstly,
ban or pick Dazzle.
Their first pick, so if you're not going to take Dazzle first, ban it, firstly. Secondly, I think they need to change their strategy too. I think they're really good at dissecting their opponents and getting small picks here and there and incrementing small advantages instead of brute forcing with five-man BKBs. That's not their strength. And as we saw, Empire just outclassed them outfarm them and just outplay them.
I think they need to also find 430 a hero that can do more on its own. Like the TA was just dealt with that game.
It has to be last pick. I don't think you can fourth pick it, especially when Empire has a draft like that. Luna Glaives, Dazzle,
or they
Sandstorm.
just draft something else.
Yes,
Ember got banned in the first stage, I believe. Invoker did as well. So I forget which team banned the Invoker.
I think maybe they can give up Dazzle if they get Ember in return. So that's actually not that bad of a choice too. But
and they have first pick, so pressure will be on Empire in this draft. Empire were the ones who banned the Ember though, and they had first pick, so maybe they just ban it again.
Well, we'll see. I think their draft needs slight work, but mostly just overall play style, shift of game plans, change your strategy, and don't do the mass 5-on-5 fight versus Empire, because I think their team fight and their synergy, their coordination is just way better than IG's.
This is real bad news for IG no matter what. Even if they win the series, now they're going to have to play 3 games before the loser bracket finals, before a potential grand final. So already this is going to be rough for them.
Easy. How many? They can play 10 games today?
Well, they'll play them if they can, but it's going to be a lot harder to win all of them. Well, with that being said, Game 1's a wrap. Empire lead 1-0. They look really solid so far. Guys, you've been watching Starladder Season 9. We're live here from Kiev Cybersports Arena, and we'll be right back after these messages. Stay tuned.